Hey everybody, it's me. It's been a while since I did one of these, and things have been super busy since last time. So I wanted to get caught up with you, talk about some of the stuff I've been up to, and where you can check it out, and some of the stuff that's coming for both my YouTube channel and for twitch.tv/Adam Coble. So let's talk about that. Video games first. Right now, I'm streaming Heroes of the Storm on the regular, trying to get better at that, doing a little competitive play. It's intimidating, but I feel like I have improved, and I'm really digging playing both by myself and with the math squad. So that's been really fun. And Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor, we're playing through that right now as our in between game. Hopefully you tuned in for some of my Pillars of Eternity playthrough. I really enjoyed that game. I enjoyed criticizing it as much as I enjoyed playing it, which is pretty typical for me. I'm really excited about playing The Witcher 3. It's coming out on the 19th. I've already got my copy all secured and we're ready to play. So we're going to be jumping into that one as soon as it comes out. I'd love to do like a whole day stream like we did with Pillars. So keep an eye out for that if you're looking at the video game stuff. I'm also, of course, always taking requests. Shadow of Mordor came from a fan request. So you can drop those requests either right in the channel here, or you can get them to me through the subreddit, which we'll talk about at the end. Obviously, of course, my main jam, my one true love is role playing games, and tons of live role playing game content this month. Right now, I'm looking at about 13 hours a week worth of that stuff, divided into a few different shows, and we're going to up it to 18 by the end of the month. So if you're looking for places to check out what I'm doing, Roleplaying Mirror Shades over at itmejp, of course, classic. We're playing some Shadowrun with Caitlin, Dodger, Wheat, and JP. Roleplay Swan Song at itmejp. That's Stars Without Number with Jeff, Steven, Wheat, JP. And just started, brand new show, Roll20 presents Apocalypse World. So this is me, John Harper, famed game designer, my good friend Andrew Gillis, Avison from Roll20, and Austin Walker, who's a fantastic game critic. And on top of that, I'm doing a GM show, which is an hourly sort of post-show analysis / prep show for that show. It's called Post-Apocalypse World. So both Roll20 presents Apocalypse World and Post-Apocalypse World are available on twitch.tv/Roll20 app and on YouTube at youtube.com/msroll20. So we'll throw the links for those down at the bottom if you haven't seen them yet. Great numbers so far, good turnout. Really enjoying the game. People seem to be super into them. And so that takes me to the next thing that we're going to be doing, which is Roll20 presents something. We'll announce it soon. It's going to be started this month, and it's going to have its own GM show to go along. It's another 5 hours of content a week, and we're aiming for something a little bit more complicated than Apocalypse World. So what that's going to be, I haven't decided yet. It's not entirely up to me. We're going to talk with the cast, look at what works with Roll20, and keep an eye out for that. Griffin's excited. I know I'm excited. I hope you're going to be excited too. I've been talking about Burning Wheel a lot lately. I mean, forever, but it's my favorite role-playing game, and I know that it's something that I bring up constantly, and I haven't really had the time to sit down and like talk about Burning Wheel and why I love it and what it's about. So let's fix that. I want to do a show where I sit down and analyze a particular game, and I'm going to start with Burning Wheel, and if you guys like it, if you like the 1 or 2 hours that we spend doing that, then I'm going to move on and we'll do an examination of some other role-playing games that I'm into. And maybe you can get exposed to something new. Maybe you can learn a bit about a game you already know. I think it'll be really cool. And it's just a short thing that we can do. I don't know what the schedule is going to look like or any of that, but that's something that I'd like to start. And we're going to do some test content with the Burning Wheel. So I've started working on that now. One big thing that I did add to my Twitch channel, and I'd like this to kind of go across the board. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's something for, consider this for the channel comments as well. I've given my channel an alignment. Now, a lot of streamers have like rules for their channel, like don't do this or always do this or whatever. And I don't like rules. I'm a little bit of an anarchist at heart, and I feel like rules put people in this weird power structure where like I'm the boss of the channel and you have to do what I say. And like, yeah, okay, sure, there's some stuff like don't spam the channel, and if you are just trying to like spam a bunch of links, then the mods are going to come down on that. But for me, it's about guidance, right? It's about saying, like, what kinds of conversations do we want to have? How do we want to talk about games or philosophy or the philosophy of games or whatever? And so my best way, because I'm a big nerd, to come at that is giving my channel an alignment. And I think the channel is chaotic good. Maybe you agree? Maybe you don't agree? Let's talk about what chaotic good is. So if you're not a big D&D nerd like me, alignment in Dungeons and Dragons, it's just like a really loose general moral and ethical outlook for a character. So a chaotic good character, they favor change for greater good. They disdain bureaucratic organizations that get in the way of social improvement and place a high value on personal freedom, not only for oneself, but for others as well. That feels pretty good to me. And so I put together a few like guidelines for how I feel like this should be reflected. It's the kind of stuff that I want to, as an example, set for the channel. So, my channel is anti-sexism, anti-racism, and anti-homophobia, and that means that, not only do we not tolerate that stuff amongst ourselves, but we combat it elsewhere when we see it. So if someone says something or does something that propagates that kind of stuff, we speak up, right? We don't use gendered insults. We don't threaten people with rape when we want to make them understand they're about to get wrecked. Shit talk is good. Socially irresponsible shit talk is not so good. And to kind of back that up, we punch up, not down, right? Like, it's fun to talk shit. It's fun to tease each other. It's fun to do that stuff and make jokes, but we don't make them at the expense of people who are in a position of less privilege than we are, right? We aim that stuff up at the structures that try to keep people disenfranchised and bummed out. This can be complicated, and basically I just want to make sure that everybody understands, it's not cool to take shots at people who are in a bad position. You want to see somebody who's really good at punching up? If you're not familiar with his work already, Google George Carlin. That guy's a punch-up master, so check that out. In my channel, we believe in discussion. We value discussion and not argument, or maybe just pointless or mean-spirited argument anyway. I love debate. I love disagreement. I think that the dialectic is how we come up with ideas as people. We're all humans with different viewpoints. So let's talk about them. Disagreement is cool, but be decent about how you go about it. And even though human consciousness might be a joke, we're respectful and decent to one another because, face it, that's all we got. The universe might be a gigantic void of waste, devoid of any meaning, but we get to decide what means something to us. We get to be decent to each other and respectful and make this little corner of the universe an okay place to be for everybody. We don't make fun of people for the things that they love. I mean, we've all been given shit for, being a nerd or liking something that other people think is weird. So we don't do that to people, right? We don't make fun of people for what they love or who, for that matter. Life's way too short to police somebody else's fun. And for me, the most important thing about all this stuff is that we hold each other accountable for it. That everybody in Math Squad, all my subscribers, everybody in my channel holds everybody else accountable. This is why I don't want cops, right? My mods aren't police. I want everybody to look out for everybody else. If somebody says something sexist, call them out on it. If somebody makes a racist comment, tell them that shit doesn't fly. And this goes for me, too. Especially for me. I need you folks to be there for me in case I am not being good about this stuff, because it matters, right? We're all on a level playing field. So, what's coming up for this channel, for my YouTube, and for twitch.tv/Adam Koebel? More games. I'm going to keep playing games, keep dedicating time to that. This channel is my main jam. So, I want to play things that you folks want me to play and want to hear me talk about. To that end, I'm always taking requests. There's going to be more commentary on all of that stuff. More role-playing content, of course, hosted or otherwise. Game design talk, either just with me working on some of my projects. I've got that Blades in the Dark project coming up that I want to work on out in the open. And stuff with Steven, too. More episodes of Hack Attack. More episodes of Being Everything Else. We got that coming up. More guest stuff with other streamers. There's a whole community of really awesome people, and I want to engage with them more. So you're going to see more of that coming up in May and June and in the summer. So subscribing to my Twitch channel is going to get you, of course, the custom emotes like you usually get, access to the videos on demand right away as soon as they're done. Access to our Math Squad TeamSpeak server, where you can hang out with other subscribers. You can plan and play role-playing games. You can play heroes, do whatever you want, hang out in there, have like live real-time conversations with other people in the subscription. I know it's always a jump in place when we're doing a stream. If you're a subscriber, talk to one of my mods. They're going to get you the information for that TeamSpeak server. It's one of my favorite places to hang out and engage with my subscribers. So if you can, throw a subscription over at twitch.tv/AdamKoble. Subscribe here on YouTube if that's where you're watching this video. And, of course, follow me on Twitter at SkinnyGhost. So that's where all of my news kind of emerges from me and flitters across the internet before disappearing. If it's really important news, it's going to show up on www.adam-koble.com. That's where you can get updates, my schedule, and new big projects as they come along. Of course, above and beyond all this stuff, as always, thank you so much for your support. I would still be in advertising if it wasn't for you folks supporting, my campaigns at JP's channel, my campaigns at Roll20, or my content right here on YouTube and at twitch.tv/AdamKoble. So again and always, thank you so much. If you want to, leave a comment here on the video and let me know if you have questions or just want to discuss any of the stuff that I've talked about in my video today. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it as always, and we will see you on the flip side. Later.